Oh well, hello. We're starting off today's vlog strong. I finished the t-shirt. Yay! This is the back. Oh, it's gonna look so good. I obviously need to remove this first. It will also test out how strong my stitches are. This could be a very short-lived project, but I have faith. Okay, so I've got the worst of it off. Now to the washing machine. Fingers crossed. Okay, it's over an hour later. Actually, it's a couple of hours later. I've done the school pickup and all sorts. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. And I can't see it properly because I'm one-handed, so I'm gonna put you down for a second. I'm so happy with it. Look! Oh, it's so beautiful. That's the front. And that's the back. You can see that I got the placement of the two sunflowers a bit squiffy, but that's okay. That is lush. This was the first one that I did, and I remember having trouble here with the seam. That was before my thumb got used to all of the stitching, so I was pulling quite a lot, and it does show a little bit. I pulled a bit too much there, but you can see by the time I got to my second sunflower, I got it down. And the thumb, which is blurry, and so is the callus, but trust me, it's there. I am so happy with that. Yay! Gosh, it's drying really quick. You can see the difference in the yellow. Would I do it again? Not in a hurry, but I will say this, I already miss having something to stitch. But I must resist the urge to pick up anything else because I've got an autumn collection to get on with. So next time I feel the itch to stitch, yeah, I will just have to do some work. But that is it. I'm so chuffed with that. And I'll pick up tomorrow when my daughter is back at school. And that is dry. And I will be wearing it. A different shade of yellow. I don't wake up in the morning and think I'm filming today, I must wear yellow. I love the colour. And I get told that it's not my colour. Apparently blue is my colour. I mean, I do look good in blue. But I'm going to look good in that too. Until tomorrow. Hello. It's actually the following week, not the next day at all. Life happened and life happened hard, as it always does. So anyway, following week, and I'm in my greenhouse because it's all kicking off in the house and I need to get away. So I'm in my greenhouse with my new t-shirt, which you can tell I am very, very proud of. I'm gonna spin around and show you. So, I mean, the light's not great in here, so I'm a bit overexposed, but you can see my my sunflowers. You can see them even better from the sides. I'm quite short, so if I was stood next to someone, they'd be looking down on them, so, you know, giving them a nice view and all that. And then this is the view from the back. Hello. Because my positioning was well off, I would argue that the view is better from the back than the front. But I'm not going to pick holes in it because I love it. I didn't think this through. I'm stood up. I need to be sat down. I have a chair and a cup of coffee and we're going to have a little natter. So yeah, let's sort that out. Bear with. It's a bit wonky donkey, but that'll do. There's a little bird flying in the tree opposite. There you go. My little tree opposite. There's a bird. It's just flitting from branch to branch, keeping an eye on me. Right. The reason that I'm in here and not in the house is that my daughter's off school today and the dog is barking and I can't film with that going on, so outside it is. And also just everything in the greenhouse has just started to grow, and at some point in the summer the tomatoes on this side grow up here, and then I have my cucumbers up here, and it's like a little wall, and I've got my grapevines behind me, and I mean I'm underneath trees as well, so there's branches, and it's like a whole canopy thing, and it's just greenery all round, and I can just sit here like a little goblin pretending to live in the forest. Right, so what are we going to have a little chat about? Well, today I was going to paint up some more fabric and I was going to share the process with you. However, it can't decide if it's sunny or rainy today. It's usually the latter. We're having thunderstorms later too, and I might even have to stop this video at some point if it starts raining too hard. So no fabric painting for us today, and what I was going to paint up was another, I'm attached, was another one of these. Some of you may recognise this. This is one of the, I've forgotten the word, project bags that I listed in the shop recently. I had told myself that I would keep one. This particular design sold out, so I did make myself one because it's the perk of the job, don't you know? See, this is the bad thing about running a business. You can't justify keeping everything as much as you might want to. I can justify keeping at least one because it's a good example of the stuff that I do and what it's used for. Hello, Snow. Shall I let her in? The trouble is, if I let you in, you'll dig up everything, won't you? You will. I have lost so many plants to that little chicken. I love her dearly, but she's a menace. Where was I? Project bags. So yes, it does at least give people an idea of what it is that I do, because I rock up on my other channel talking about business all the time and I very rarely share the business. So I do have one. I make things. Primarily project bags and the like. I was toying very briefly with the idea of making dice bags, but I'm not sure how well they would do, so I might just have to scratch that itch by making myself one. I digress. I have been playing around with some autumn stuff. Oh, here comes the rain. We'll persevere. Yeah, I bought a whole bunch of this tweed fabric years ago to make myself a coat. I never made myself a coat, so I just have loads of it just sat there doing nothing. And I thought that tweed fabric would make nice bags for the autumn. Hey ho, the other chicken is coming now. That is Dotty / hen / get out of my strawberry beds, you little bugger. Digressing again, hard and fast. Anyway, yes, I have loads of this fabric. I thought it would be great to make project bags with it, but I wasn't sure how it would stand up with the colour. So I was just embroidering some random stuff. You've got a half-hearted attempt at a sunflower there, an oak tree leaf, an autumn oak tree leaf, a mushroom, a unfinished pumpkin, some green stuff and a moth wing, because I just wanted to see what the colours would do, if they would pop. I think, actually, to be fair, they pop quite well. In fact, the only thing that doesn't really pop is the green. I might have to stitch up some more green just to see if any of them do work. Into the project bag it goes. At the moment, this is feeling very empty because this was in it, but it is no longer. This is no longer a whip, but a finished make. Where did I put my coffee? Cheers. So although I've mentioned dice bags and the like, I'm pretty determined not to start anything personal. I need to keep on track, and that means having to focus on the autumn stuff and the autumn project bags. And also keeping an eye on the holidays, because we're in the slow summer season now, and we're not in a recession. I mean, let's be honest, it's a recession in all but name at this point, but it's having an impact. Me and so many of my other small business friends are holding on tight, shall we say. It's fun, but we shall persevere, and hopefully the end of the year we'll have to hold on a little less tight. The trouble is that I need a personal project on the go, something to take my mind off of work, because other than gardening, I don't really have much. I have D&D. That does help. It's once a fortnight at the moment. I don't know how many people here watched my Christmas vlogs, but I was talking about how I really wanted to play D&D. And as chance would have it, a lady that I followed on social media was running a campaign for newbies like myself, and only for newbies like myself. And it was just, I could not have made it better myself if I could have chosen anything. And usually I'm not quick enough when I see things like this. When there's an offer or something, I'm not usually quick enough. I got the last spot. I was, be quiet. God, you're so noisy. I was so happy. And I play a half elf, a rogue. She's called Barry. How did that come about? Initially, her name is something like Barbara Badur or something. It was meant to be a Celtic sounding name, and I specifically gave her a proper Celtic spelling of the name Barbara, so it doesn't look like Barbara at all. And the idea is that she hates her name, and at some point in her past she got the nickname Barry, or specifically Barry the Tank, because she's not. It's ironic. She's really not tank-like at all. Yeah, she's a rogue, so she's meant to be stealthy. I say meant to be because what I've discovered playing D&D is that the way I play D&D is not how I thought I would play D&D. I thought I would be clever and sneaky, and just there would be a reason to the decisions that I make. What I actually tend to do is get too immersed in the game, panic blindly, and just go in forgetting that I don't have a lot of strength, going and get beaten down. I learnt very early on in the campaign not to go running in all guns blazing or short sword. In fact, later on in the campaign, I went and bought myself a crossbow so that I could try and do damage from afar, because anytime I get too close to a bad guy, it doesn't end well. I think I'm just a bit surprised by that, because I didn't think that a dopey barbarian would suit my play style well, but I think it would. Maybe the next character, which could well be soon, because our campaign's coming to an end shortly, and we've done pretty good so far, but out of sheer luck, because we do tend to keep avoiding the baddest of the bad guys in any situation. And I'm learning hard and fast about the bad guys. Like, for example, a bugbear sounds so cute, doesn't it? And I was expecting something like, I don't know, a slightly larger Ewok. That's not what they are. And likewise, an owlbear, which we haven't had to fight yet, but again, sounds really cute. No. No. My introduction to D&D has been everything I hoped it would be and more. It's it's so much fun and so stressful at the same time, but good stress. And as I say, that's the only other thing other than gardening and stitching that I have that's kind of mine to unwind with that isn't work. Anyway, I apologise if you don't play D&D and all that was very, very boring, but it isn't boring to me, and this is my vlog, so you know what I should have done? I should have done some sort of wearable project to do with my character. Ah well, she's probably going to die soon anyway. Right, well, that rain didn't last very long, but at least we got to have a little afternoon chat. Later on in the week, the weather is supposed to be glorious, so I'm hoping we can go out on the patio and I can do some painting. And I'm thinking about painting up another one of these, or at the very least some more of the galaxy bags, and relisting them in the shop, because I kind of want this one and the galaxy bag to be evergreen items. I think there was enough interest in them from the pre-orders to suggest that they could stay year round and make it worth my while. Either way, I feel the need to do some painting because I can't do it in the winter and I need to stock up on some fabric. So I'll see you on Thursday, and hopefully it will be sunny. Hello. Sorry, I had you at a weird angle because I needed to do that stupid coffee thing. Hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, me and the dog We are in the office, sewing room / mess. It's Thursday. I'm ready to paint up fabric. Am I going to do it? Well, I'm not entirely sure, because in my mind's eye, earlier in the week, I knew exactly where the fabric was. Now that I'm looking for it, can I find it? No, I can't. And I'm starting to worry that I don't actually have it, that I just thought I did. And that would be, oops. Someone is being very needy today. There's going to be no painting done if I can't find any fabric, huh? I'm not going to play. We've done that. We've done it. I shouldn't even be saying the word. Excuse me, sir. Yep. Yeah, I'm... No, you know what? This is where you need to sit over there, because you're not even supposed to be in here, sir. So what have I got? I have wadding and some waterproof fabric from an absolute age that I don't want to get rid of. I do have some canvas fabric here, but it's been washed and therefore is a bit wrinkly. There's some lining, more lining, some Fabri-Solvi. There's this. This is probably the only thing that I'm going to be able to use today. It's perfectly fine. It's just, when I bought it, it was just a bit too creamy, for want of a better word. That fabric at the top is usually the shade that I will use in all of my projects, and the one below it was just a bit too beige, I guess. It is stiffer than the rest, and that's going to be pretty good for project bags, and if I'm painting it, it should be fine. We can try. We're going to try. We're going to try. I cannot believe I've made that schoolgirl error. Oops. And not checked my stock before I planned to paint this stuff up. But you know, happens to the best of us. Right, time to get settled on the patio because it's lovely outside. Wow, it is hot. On the bright side, I have managed to paint up a piece of fabric. I was hoping to do more. I just couldn't leave it alone because each layer was drying so quickly. I'm not used to it. It's amazing. It's literally within about half an hour. It was slow going in the morning because we were in the shade and it was taking a little bit of time for everything to dry in between layers, but once the sun came around, I would paint a layer and it would be dry within minutes, and I could have left it so many times, but I just kept going back and thinking, oh, just add a bit more pink, or just add a bit more lilac, or I've had to step away. I don't have the time to keep on messing with it. But I'm chuffed. I'm chuffed that I've at least got one finished and dry today. That I'm so used to one bag taking days, if not a week, to paint up. Like I say, it is very hot, and this t-shirt is actually, it's one of Dan's old painting ones. It's quite heavy and, to be honest, not comfortable. Once again, as I was painting, I thought to myself, oh, I need this and that and the other. You may have seen that I use my daughter's very old paint pots to mix my paints and what have you. They're not ideal because they're brightly coloured. I can't tell the colours that I'm mixing as clearly as I'd like to. So yeah, there's a whole ton of things that I would like. I need new brushes. I need new paint. I'm running out of some of the most important colours. So But overall, I'm really happy, and I hope I can keep this momentum up. And maybe get some galaxy bags up in the shop next too, but I definitely need to get more paints before I do that. Anyway, I'm going to change because I am hot and sticky, and on that note, I will love you and leave you. Thank you for watching another vlog. I will be back again soon, and next time maybe I'll even finish up the bag so I can show you how the whole process goes. We shall see. Until then folks, ta-ta.